Well, this is massive. This is huge. You know, the dwemer, they didn't do anything small scale. They never do anything on a reasonable scale. The dwemer, it's just like, how large, how much of a monstrosity can we make all of our stuff? Why? Because, one, like they mentioned before, it's an ego thing. Two, they're definitely compensating for something. They're called dwarves, so they're like, alright, well, we gotta go big or go home. And frankly, it's great in theory, but when we have to spend all day exploring this stuff, you could have maybe condensed it a little bit, Mr. Dwarf. So I see where we need to go. We need to get over there. The marker's pointing up there, which means we need to get up to that walkway, which means I need to figure out where that is. I'm also running low on bolts. I need more bolts, and I'm gonna need them real soon. I've just been relying on my crossbow, but I'm gonna run out real soon. Do I have steel? I have steel. I'm gonna switch to steel now. I think I started with well over 200, maybe 300 dwarven bolts when we came here, and I've already burnt through almost all of them.
Dwarves experimenting with. Really hope they didn't touch nothing Daedric. You don't pay me enough for that bollocks.
Well, now that he says that, I want to look around. Oh, yeah. Sundered Daedric boots, sundered Daedric gauntlets, cracked Daedric sword. It does 8 damage.
In a haystack.
I was wondering if it would have any sort of writing on it, if it would have like an item description, but no. And the heavy armor is also pretty much worthless. That's really cool, though. That's really interesting. It's almost like they've completely ruined them, completely destroyed them.
Those gauntlets could be anywhere.
Oh, hello? Judging from the immediate surroundings and the presence of damaged Daedric apparel, it would seem that the Dremor was held captive and interrogated here. Just how powerful were the local dwemer to be able to do such things? I mean, it's true, though. The dwemer, they liked to trifle with the Daedra. They thought they were better than the Daedra, better than the gods. And ultimately, it was their hubris that led to their undoing. I think we finally found them. Oh, wait a sec. It's missing a soul gem eye. Hello?
Animate info found. Sentience deduced. Car-carrier of the large soul. What is your directive, Mama Master?
Mama Master. Can you understand me? Are you broken?
Well, welcome, Master. It has been 3,782 years since your last log. What tasks would you have me undertake?
Have you seen any visitors besides me lately?
Aside from the subjects below, there is no other sentient being within the facility. I will check for tampering since by the time of hibernation. Centurions. Original structure remains unmolested.
Oh, that's good.
Microserving automatons. Original structure remains unmolested.
No molestation, that's good.
Interplane gate platform. Warning gate compromised during hibernation. Warning breach occurred 5 neuron cycles prior to current events.
Oh?
Gate mechanics for the portal can only be operated by self-aware biologicals. Relaying arcane footage from Centurion. Biological possessed black item discerning items function and agent's agenda item seems to be worn on the hand. Agent's motive is unknown.
My gauntlets? Could you open that portal? We need that item.
Extremely hazardous materials will be encountered through your expedition into subject realm number 137. Are you sure you want to continue?
Well, we came all this way, so yes.
As you wish, my master.
My master.
Power needs to be supplied toward gate platform for operation. If you find energy director below, but beware of subjects.
Activate the valve, activate the valve, activate the valve. Alright. It's never easy, huh? It's never straightforward. The dwarves just have to make everything overly complicated. It's a good thing he only had one eye. If he had the other eye, he might have noticed that I wasn't a dwemer myself. Three valves. Fortunately, they're all marked, which is not too bad. I'm just gonna be running around to close all of them. I'm just gonna run around and grab all of them. I'm not really worried about fighting the Falmer down here. Or the automatons either. As I miss. Second valve is in this house, don't mind me. Alright, fine, I'll heal you. Oh, they are right on me. That's fine. Don't mind me, I'm just touching all your stuff. Took a lot of running. Wait. Took a lot of running, but we made it to valve number 3. Which is crazy, because everyone knows that valve can't count to 3. Go back and talk to the bust. Yeah. Might take a minute. I'm being chased by everyone. Now, the only thing is that because this is all part of the same cell, just broken into a couple different sections of it, the enemies are still hostile, because they're still down there. They're still looking for me. But it was just a large area. It was a lot of enemies. I wasn't really focused on clearing it out. I could have done it, but it would have just been very, very time consuming, and I don't care. It's just Falmer. Oh, is that your eye? I found it. I'm not going to put it back in, though. Are you still there? And he would just be like, where am I going?
Steam has reached all nodes. Sufficient charge for gate aperture. Needs activation at local system relay. All systems are primed for your traversal to subject realm 137. Activate the gate through a company device. May the gods fear the march of enlightenment.
Enable the contraption. If I wait an hour, will my friends pop back to me because they're not here right now? And there's Riemann. Is Ulcarin still down there fighting? Oh no, don't let the bus see. Don't let the bus see us fighting the Dwarven Spearmaster. Oh, I think Ulcarin is still down there. Maybe he'll still join us in Oblivion. I assume we're going to Oblivion. That seems to be where this is all leading. Yep, that is an Oblivion gate. That is absolutely a gate right there. Not ominous at all, not worrisome at all. They even have the ballistas pointed at it. That is a really, really, really cool detail. Ooh, I love the little, like, blood effect on that. Instead of, Mehrunes Dagon's kind of, like, fiery aura that we have, this is, a little bit more bubbly. I was hoping I could inspect... Ooh, it has a name, the Harvester. To subject realm 137. Oh, that's not terrifying at all. That's not... Oh, gross at all. Oh no, wait, where's Riemann? This is his adventure. Where did he go? Wonder if we have to fight anyone here.
You feel that? The ground. Feels like it's breathing. I don't think I'm ever gonna sleep again. If we make it out of here, that is.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I don't think I would ever breathe after this, or sleep again after this either. Oh, God, yeah. Man, that's not terrifying at all. Search the Wanting Stillborn. Here it is. Goliath's Grasp. Increases your health by 60 points. Oh, and it's ebony, but with the gold trim. Just like the good old days of Oblivion and Morrowind. Wait, did it just say... Return the gauntlets... Okay. Back to the head priest. I thought it was going to say return to the priest in Arnima. What is that? Are you a friend? I can talk to it. The wayward ego.
The one to shatter this crimson cage and grant me freedom.
Freedom? I don't know about that. What are you?
The Liberator wants a name, a moniker for this transient form. Well, you can call me ambition. I am what I feel, like any man. I am compelled, Liberator. Pull towards my once with great force, a desire converged upon my gods, lords, and men. That want is power. And the corpse king, rotting atop his spire, needs a prince. And who better to take up that venerated role than ambition? Palpable, proximal, personal. It is now possible. From this hideous pit emerges royalty who awaits his throne.
Speak clearly, demon.
Yes, strip away the artifice and cast away pretension. Forgive my joy, Liberator, becoming aware of a destiny
Place reeks. What is
rewritten
this place?
as made.
Gotta find a way out of here, mate.
Yes, it has. Yes, it has.
Out of my way, I will not hear your ranting any longer. Well, no, I want some information before I say that to you. What is that thing behind you?
Take in the child yet conceived behind. It gestates in the wanting womb, the very jorns which bore me. Liberator, I wish you would kill this child and remove the final hurdle to my rise.
So don't kill the child, don't free him.
Arm directed is rendered hollow, aren't they, mother? You covet your child with such fervor.
That ain't my child.
The child is already named. Would you believe that, Liberator? She has called it
Can you feel
Whisper.
that? The ground.
You want me to
Feels
kill
like it's
something?
breathing.
If we
I
could
don't think
only
I'm ever gonna sleep
death
again.
to the dead,
If we make it out of here, that is.
ameliorat that contradiction would cease my struggle. Yet it cannot be. However, there is another who could be the source of your malice. An anchor to ambition, a bank of remembering, the husk. If you see this husk, this frail, pathetic thing, kill it. Bring it low, tear it to pieces, and hunt the remaining scintilla of its vessel. And I will be free, truly free.
Shit. What if that's the thing that I already killed earlier in the dungeon? The tortured vessel or whatever it was called. Out of my way, I will not hear your ranting any longer.
Your every inflection will be heard from here to the dying light. Your image burned for my future dreams. We will meet again, Liberator, and I will be pleased to see you.
Maybe then you'll put pants on.
Rome will conquer the mountain, as they say. Everything that is ugly, everything that is weak, will all be burned away,
Oh, we'll burn you away? Good.
and you will join me in this growth. Where I had gone from scum to royalty, you will go from nomad to
Place
nobility.
reeks. What is this place?
Then you and
Gotta find a
I
way out of here, mate.
will destroy the Dark Mother together. Goodness and beauty will prevail. Farewell, intrepid friend. May we divulge on the last axiom when our paths cross again.
Oh, is he making a break for it? Oh. That's not good. That seems bad. Wait, where is he? Did he just not come with us at all? No, 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 there he is. Okay, good.
What's that stench?
Hey, you made
Let's
it.
be on your guard.
Bloody I almost took her name in vain. What in all the hells was that?
You tell me.
These dwarves
You saw that demon run from the gate, I take it?
It was definitely something.
You don't pay me
Demon
enough
or
for
not.
that, bollocks.
Downright sinister looking regardless. I had feared the worst for you. I've not the courage to face such beasts, friend. Hiding away behind the manifold contraptions. Eager to see that thing gone.
Well, I'm here and that strange creature is gone, hopefully. It was not hostile, however. It only rambled.
You spoke with it? What did it say?
It talked of freedom and its wants. It was hard to understand the context.
The priests advise those haunted by cursed spirits to shield their ears, as one can easily find themselves raveled in their plots. Though you seem to retain sanity. Not even the temptations of oblivion can sway you.
It's not my first time in Oblivion. It takes a lot to win me over.
Now if only this demon had some gold to spare. This has been an enthralling experience, friend. Fraught with perils and terrors, yet exciting nonetheless. However, we've got what we came for. And on that note, we should make ways for the relative safety down south.
Okay, so it is a thing that the map is just kind of like weirdly mirrored because he keeps on saying, oh, we gotta go back south, back to Arnima. I just wanted to make sure. It's not really a big deal. And I think someone explained it in the comments that it does make sense, that the layout of the map does make sense. You go on ahead, I'm gonna stay here a moment. Yeah, I can only stomach enough mystery for one day.
Well, that's where we're different, friend. I could go over every stone surface in this vast hollow. Yet, without you, any dangers left here would surely have me perish. Besides, I'm famished. And I'm not keen in taking up the diet of whatever lurks down here.
I have some human flesh if you want it. Why do you think the gauntlets were moved here?
No clue. This meddling with Madus's apparel seems irrational. Although we have noticed a trend of them being left near creatures who are notably hideous. The theft of these relics has apparently stopped since we locked away Madus's remaining gear, leading me to believe that the thief isn't as powerful as we once thought. But its motives are still unclear.
So my question is, are there other items that we should be seeking out? Are there other pieces that we should get? The marker's also pointing us out of here, so maybe we can't give him the gauntlets until we leave. Either way, let's head out. We got what we came for, and frankly, I want to get away from that Oblivion gate. Although, before we go, I just have one question.
Wonder that the dwarves won't own death with all this steam.
What if I could turn off the gate? Because we flipped the switch to turn it on, but can I close it? I can't. Damn it. I don't want to leave that open. We already had one demon run out of here. What if I just open the gate so that demons can just pour out now? I'm gonna look like an idiot when towns start getting invaded. I'm gonna be like, wasn't me. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, we made it out. It is still pointing us back to Arnima. Oh, because he's not the head priest. He's just the missionary. We have to go to the priest in Arnima. Never mind, I'm being silly. And that's why we could have told Riemann, oh, I'm going to stay here, you go back. Because ultimately he's asking us to find it, but he's not the person that we're giving them to in the end. The gauntlets have been found. It was quite the journey.
So he finally made the expedition. Was raving about it for quite some time. Did you find our elusive thief?
I'm not sure. I had to traverse a Daedric realm and I had met some strange entity who stood next to the gauntlets.
Daedra, within a dwemer ruin. Unheard of. How did you manage to find yourself within such a terrible place?
I threw a switch and it just opened up. We were required to open the passage to it. The missionary traced the item back to an oblivion gate within the ruin.
So you assumed that the gauntlets must have left through that gate? I see. The presence of these gauntlets within such a remote ruin should have been reason enough to amplify concern. Yet now Daedra have been brought into the fold. Are we but unwitting pawns in some grander scheme?
Always are. But I really hope not.
I'll have to ruminate on these revelations later, and you should rest. Couldn't imagine what a journey to that untamed north entailed. Thank you, friend. It's rare for a helping hand to go further than one needs to.
So we have 2 potential quests from him. And a new spell tome. Wait, hold on. What quest did I just get? I choose you! Oh no, I'm Pikachu. Garth told me I can choose a protector if I agree to come up with him to see the Big Bird. And so I choose you. Oh, maybe I'm Elmo then. People said you're a strong fighter, so you can protect us from anything that comes at us when we see Lord Griffin. Big Bird? Lord Griffin? Who are these people, child? Not people, silly. Haven't you seen the Griffin? It's finally come back after all these years to give us good luck. And Garth said I can be the first person to meet him. Come on, will you join us, please? Don't be a chicken. Why not ask Ulcarin? Hold on, let me speak to your carer. He's not my carer. I can handle myself. Garth said he's gonna bring me back to Evermore if we don't go see the Griffin. Please, anywhere but Evermore again. There's a lot going on right now. Hold on, and the priest is gone. Where'd he go? I should speak with the priest again. A wish for wings. I'll talk to Garth. I just have a lot of questions right now. Hey, priest. Is there anything else?
Glad to see you're still willing to help, and there's always much to do around here. Though if you're looking for a journey like the one you've just returned from, then I'll have to disappoint.
That's okay. Whatever helps.
I won't have you cleaning this hall, so worry not. I have a more pressing need for a newcomer like yourself. Our Lord, Mortiphane, has been scheduled to meet with an advisor from the Divide. Morosa dares not attend herself, lest our Lord brings out her worst. So this small conference will be our opportunity to mount pressure on Mortiphane, such that he'll forego his tyranny for a moment, bringing even further opportunity for reform.
How will I help?
And with a fresh face like yours, Mortiphane should understand that a world outside this town still exists, and that world is passing judgment on his actions.
I'll be there.
You're becoming a great friend to the people here, and I've come to trust you myself.
Well, thank you.
A final word of advice. Should Mortiphane become enraged, don't interrupt him. In fact, I advise remaining quiet entirely. I only need your presence. I'll meet you there.
Me? Quiet? Man, you don't know who you're talking to. Well, it is High Rock. It wouldn't be High Rock, it wouldn't be the Breton homeland if we weren't getting involved in politics that we didn't understand. Mech and Sek. Oh, here we go. It's my best buddies. The big twins. Alright, so we just gotta wait for everyone else to get here. I'm so tiny next to them. Hey, Mech. Hey, Sek.
Stop pissing me off.
I'm sorry. I'll stand over here. I didn't mean to.
Well, what is it, advisor? The hag couldn't speak to me herself.
Morosa has become increasingly distressed following the rumors and supposed activity within this town, and has talked with the royalty of Evermore to discuss the claim of this fiefdom and your position in it. If you do not cease with the disruption of trade, your privileges will be relinquished.
Enough. Barked well past your merit. Tell that dog-faced shriveled old bitch that if she meddles any further with this town...
Please, Mortiphane, consider what you're saying.
Did I grant you the luxury to interrupt? Trust me with my name again, and your neck will be kissing the axe.
Yes, I am sorry, my lord.
Then you advise her. Relay the message to that crone that if she dares poke her nose within Arnament again, her bridge will fall into the current below.
Understood. I will part with your words so she can hear them.
I feel like I didn't really make much of a difference there. What's happening?
Exactly what I expected. An attempt to squeeze blood from stone. Mortafane, in all his wisdom, has deemed it fit to sever ties with our neighbors. Now we wait for Morosa's response. And be assured it will not be pretty. All these years, and our Lord has become even more bitter. He'll never forget what happened all those years ago. Was it her death? Or is it the state of this town? Both?
Maybe it would be good to have Evermore step in?
Quiet! Have the sense not to call for such sabotage while we're watched. Though your proposition brings another idea.
And that is?
Rumors have stirred about an important individual, a descendant of Mados, and from what we know, he resides not too far from the kingdom's capital. The hamlet nestled to the west of us, called Daedra.
And how is this important?
Image, my friend. The armor we've maintained from Mados' fatal excursion still shows its majestic craft after all these years.
Anyone can wear the armor, right?
Yes, any can wield the armor, but none can trigger the runes marked in its metal, and we're sure the very trigger is blood. You see where this is leading?
Yes, you need him to become his grandfather, I take it.
None can measure to Mados, but it shouldn't stop those with the potential from trying. The person you seek goes by Rados.
Easy.
Reportedly a large fellow. Comes with being a blacksmith, no doubt.
Rados, got it.
Evermore is a very welcome change of tone from the dreary scenery here. Been a long while since I've made the journey there myself. Hope you don't get too comfortable upon those lush knolls, though. We're pressed with an urgent concern. A gathering of witchmen to the north are engaged in some communion. Nothing before has been quite like it. And if whatever they conjure up comes marching down the valley, then we'll need all our allies.
Is seeking out this Rados really a good use of our time? What if he refuses to help?
In any other circumstance, I would have directed you to a duty more befitting your skills. Such is the times where we have to rely on the vague potential of heroic progeny. Rados would mean more than his utility to this town. Having the very descendant don the iconic armor of that bygone hero would instill a new sense of hope and morale within all of us. I needn't tell you how the guards have been found lacking in principles recently.
Oh, I'm familiar.
It's hard not to. I want to spur a drive within them again. Have them motivated for our future. No better way than the return of an idol that they can all rally behind.
But what if Rados refuses to come?
If he refuses now, we'll just send someone again. You're beginning to understand our desperation, I take it.
A little bit.
We have ways of coercing people, and no, I'm a priest, and wouldn't tread the path of violence just to intimidate innocents into doing my bidding. I will show them our plight, and hope that some facet of their conscience would concede.
I'm gonna ask him this because we've had him with this quest topic for a while. I feel like I probably skipped the initial quest, and you can probably do them out of order. Clearly, I didn't need to do whatever the first quest was to do Mados' gauntlets and stuff, but let's see what it is.
Well enough. Got my health at least, though it can always be better.
You look troubled.
Oh, I wish for the day when I wasn't. But no, this isn't the look of mere distress. It's also of curiosity. You see, we've recently suffered a string of thefts within this very temple, and I've no idea why. It's not like our coffers are being emptied.
Okay, I should have talked to him about this first.
In particular relics.
I should have talked to him about this first because the whole conversation about the thief stealing the gloves of Mados and everything, I didn't get the introduction to that. They just launched into those conversations like I knew about them. Have you received aid from anyone else?
We've requested the guard to help in this minor crisis. They've been generous enough to spare some eyes to watch over the temple during our absence. But nothing, neither beggar nor vagrant has appeared. So failing that, our temple's missionary, Raymond, has taken up the pursuit. He's quite the prodigy in alteration.
I'm waiting for this conversation just to lead to if I were to speak to Riemann about the gauntlets.
One such exercise he's mastered are the Great Searches, scouring the land through projected arcane vision, and while using his particular skills to search for our most recently vanished item, he found it.
Yep, here it is. If I say I'll take a crack at it, will it just not lead to anything?
I knew you were the daring type. The posture always gives it away. Right, key detail I've mistakenly omitted. You're searching for a specific ring, down in the dungeons of Grey Belmore. If you're not sure what that ring is, then
different
take a step
quest.
outside the southern gate and turn your eyes to that ugly stretch of scenery just beyond the river. We've the faintest idea of what dwells there, other than what's seen treading the surface, so I advise great caution. I'll beg Mara's ear for your safe return.
Okay, not the same quest. Head to the ruined fort and gain access. Oh, right by the lake stone. So yeah, you can do them out of order, but the context of the dialogue might not make as much sense. So yeah, I was supposed to do that quest first, I was supposed to do the gauntlets after, but as long as I'm not locking myself out of the quests, I guess that's what matters most. What I'm really loving is that there are different kind of arcs. There's different story arcs, there's different quest lines, and I'm sure they're all going to kind of blend together and come together to be one coherent story in the end, but right now it's just cool to go through these different twists and turns, do these different quests, talk to these different people. I also just have so many quests left in general. I have so many quests. I can really see this taking a while to complete, and I'm enjoying it. I'm having a blast, so I really am fine with that. Load me up with big mods. Load me up with big, well-done DLC-sized mods.
What was that?
You won't hear any complaints from me.